Babylon, splendor and sovereignty in the cradle of civilization. To speak the name Babylon is to invoke both history and legend, reality and dream. It was a city born from riverbanks and mudbrick, but imagined in gold and flame. Babylon was never just a place, it was an idea, a symbol of grandeur, a warning of pride, and a masterpiece of ancient human ingenuity. Set in the fertile embrace of southern Mesopotamia, on the banks of the Euphrates River, Babylon emerged not merely as a city-state, but as a civilizational beacon, a crucible where law, religion, astronomy, and empire converged in majestic splendor. It outlasted kings and conquerors, and though it would fall into ruin, its name would echo through scripture, myth, and prophecy for millennia. Humble origins and divine purpose. The earliest signs of settlement at Babylon date back to the 3rd millennium BCE, during the waning years of the Sumerian city-states. Initially a modest village in the orbit of older powers like Ur and Kish, it was the Akkadians who began to raise Babylon's profile. But it was not until the 18th century BCE, under the reign of a single ruler, Hammurabi, that Babylon would transcend its humble roots and rise as the capital of an empire. Hammurabi, lawgiver of the gods. Hammurabi, r. 1792–1750 BCE, was not only a military strategist and administrator but a visionary. He expanded Babylon's territory through calculated diplomacy and warfare, transforming the city into the heart of a Mesopotamian empire. But his true legacy lies in the stone tablets he left behind, etched with the Code of Hammurabi, one of the earliest and most comprehensive legal systems in recorded history. The code's prologue invoked the gods, Anu and Enlil, called by name me, Hammurabi, the exalted prince. It covered criminal, civil, commercial, and family law, and established the precedent that law was sacred, not arbitrary. This was sovereignty not by sword alone, but by divine justice. The king was no longer merely a conqueror, he was the guardian of moral and cosmic order. The city of splendor, walls, temples, and the sacred street. By the time of Hammurabi's successors, and later during the Neo-Babylonian period, 7th to 6th century BCE, Babylon had become one of the largest and most magnificent cities of the ancient world. Its architecture was both imposing and symbolic. The city was encircled by vast defensive walls, so wide, it was said that chariots could race atop them side by side. At its center stood the Esagila, the temple of Marduk, the chief deity of Babylon and spiritual protector of the city. Towering above all was the legendary Etemenanke, the ziggurat believed to have inspired the biblical Tower of Babel. This step pyramid, dedicated to Marduk, reached toward